Over the course of Battlefield 2042's almost 1 year lifespan, they've added most of the things that I've wanted into the game. But we're not quite there yet on all the features that I'd like to see implemented, and I know there are more features that you'd like to see implemented too. So I asked on Reddit and on the Discord what features people would like to see in the game. No matter how wild, no matter how out there, any features at all. It could be realistic, it could be completely ridiculous, anything that people would want, and we have about 20 or so, including my own, to go through right here today. So we'll start with my own first, and for me, a massive change I'd like to see is a first-person animation overhaul. Now I'm not talking reload animations here, they're completely stellar, they're the best we've ever had in the series. I'm more talking about the in-between frames when changing from stances. This is especially noticeable with SMGs. If you pull your gun up after sprinting, it'll come up instantly like it snaps to place instead of being a smooth motion. Now I know that this animation is tied to a certain time to pull up the weapon, but there's got to be some frames, some tweening, something that can be done to make this process feel more fluid. And I'm not sure how much work that would take, but I would love to see it. Getting into some of yours, we've got Actual Broken here with some great suggestions. Let's go through them. By the way, all of these are going to be unscripted. I'm seeing most of these for the first time. I've just screen grabbed them and put them into my editing software. First of all, night vision gameplay. I'd love to see a map or two with night vision. We've got a skin for Angel that has night vision equipped. It'd be great to actually have this as a feature, maybe for a limited time mode, or a mode that can be put into Portal. Ideally, I'd love a night version of all the maps, but realistically, that isn't going to happen. But yeah, a night map would be great. New ranger varieties would be cool as well. Spotting, repair, and healing could be really cool. You could get a ranger to come and heal your tank. This is another big one. More unique map disasters. This is something I'd hope for before launch. Unfortunately, we just got the tornado. I do love the tornado, it's great, but as they say, things like volcanic eruptions, avalanches, earthquakes, forest fires, and tsunamis would be incredible. Jets having their own vehicle category is something that I think might be coming soon in the vehicle category rework. I think that's planned. Naval combat, I mentioned this on my last Portal video. Playing Battlefield 3 with the rib boats was great. I'd love to see more of that in All Out Warfare. Now, I'm not too bothered about gore. I play Insurgency, and that's kind of a PTSD simulator. It could be cool in Battlefield to toggle on and off. I feel like it'd be pretty heavy on performance, but yeah, it could be cool. Alright, we've got a very, very big list from Sir Crouton, so let's get straight into it. Split air vehicle controls. I'm not really too much of a pilot myself, but yeah, that'd be great to split between jets and helis for those pilots out there. Vehicle limits rework, yep, coming soon. Vehicle arsenal mechanics rework, better missiles, handling on jets, not having super bouncy vehicles when going over a small hill. Yeah, I'd like to see the weight increased on some. Vehicle related HUD options like gunner facing icons and damage numbers. Gunner facing icons is probably my biggest that I'd want to see from that list, especially on helicopters. I don't know which way the chopper's pointing, I don't know which way my gun's pointing in relation to the chopper. Spectate squad mates would be great as well to see their surroundings before you spawn in on them. Improve the spawn screen, hard to spawn on point when squad mate overlaps on objective or other squad mates. Yeah, it can get a little busy. I'd like for maybe the map to have an option to expand inwards to look at it. Could fix that. More launches definitely needed. I spoke on this on the live stream last week. Yeah, we need more launches in the game. More Portal maps, 100%. Maybe a new era for Portal. I'm not sure how much work that would take, but it'd be great to have BF1 in the game. Battle pickups were kind of data mined, but not really. That could be nice. Improve the Portal browser. I want to find standard games through the swamp of 1,000 hardcore zombies or XP farms. 100%. Something needs to change in the Portal browser, I think. I didn't really touch on that too much in my last Portal video because it hadn't really clicked to me yet. But yeah, you're right. Something does need to shift there because all of those servers do clog up the browser a lot. Stationary weapons. Would love to see them. This is a big one as well. Add bots to fill a game while waiting for players to join full progression servers. This is currently not a thing. If you add bots to your server, even if it's full progression, it takes it down to restricted. It's really weird, and I don't know why they do that, and I'd like to see that changed. I did mention this just then, but Z currency, or Z currency if you're American, brings up a zoom in the minimap like in BF4. Yeah, especially to reduce clutter in certain objectives, you could zoom in and spawn on them. Definitely. The absolute based man from the Discord himself has said, leaning from cover, I would like to see that return, as long as it's not something you can abuse too much. But yeah, I'd like to see that. And the ability to edit buttons to hold as part of the control scheme would be nice. Yeah, I agree with both of those quality of life improvements that could definitely help the game. Here we have removing attachments and removing badges from player cards. Both things that would clean up the UI a lot, make switching between attachments quicker if you just don't want a third one. And yeah, there'd be appreciated quality of life improvements. From our lore expert himself, We have comments saying that, but the ability to buy player cards that are in bundles separately for Battlefield coins would be great, and the ability to remove mastery badges from your player card, as we discussed before. Now, I'll focus on the first one here because we've already covered the second one. But yeah, this is a really big thing, especially on the Discord. Comet kind of needs these player cards for the lore side of stuff, so being able to buy them separately would just be a godsend for people like him. Not really something that I would use, but it's needed for lore aficionados. It really is needed. We got another big one here from the Big Sam 228. Says, "Hi Jammy, thank you if you recognize me. That's kind of the coolest thing ever." But yeah, let's get into it. Switching teams, as we discussed, would be really good. Combining Portal and All Out Warfare pools of attachments into one big one and giving each gun even more customization would also be really cool. Being able to attach any attachment from any era would be really cool to see. I'm not sure how that would feasibly work, but we're talking about any suggestions here, not just ones that are realistic. Battlefield 2 content in Portal. I've never got to play Battlefield 2. That'd be really cool to see. We got some weapon suggestions here. I mean, these are personal choices specifically, but more weapons in general would be great. Rocket artillery would be kind of cool. I'm not sure how balanced that would be. Have to be careful with that one, but it would be really cool to see maybe some mortar trucks firing from positions on the map, but you just got to be careful on balancing on that. But yeah, definitely. New map set in flooded London from the story trailer. Yeah, the Exodus story trailer was great. I'd love to see that map in the game. It's weird because that looks like it's completely modeled, at least the sets they were using. That's not a full map, of course, but going with that style would be really, really cool. A giant rewrite of the matchmaking system to make official servers show up in the Portal browser. Yeah, would be really, really nice to have. I think the way that they work, they can't just merge them like that. In a perfect world, though, definitely. Got a few here that we've already covered, so I'm going to head on to the last one here. Is the confirmation of Year 2 support. This is really needed, especially as we're closing in on Season 4, because people are becoming more skeptical every day. We get closer to Season 4, and there's no official announcement for Year 2. So that'd be really nice to have. Fish135 saying that squad management needs an overhaul, like we said. Some more optimization for PC people, for definite. More Portal content, would love it. And a Metro type map, but made for 2042 All Out Warfare. So basically the exposure corridor times by 10. Just a massive exposure corridor. Sure, why not? Owner of the Discord himself, Lemon64K, says Wake Island added to Portal alongside a Japanese faction and a Pacific US faction. Road to Rome DLC for 1942 also. Be great. I'm assuming a lot of these assets they could reuse from BF5 like they have for the 1942 Portal. So yeah, that'd be great. And an Omaha Beach map. That would be a dream of mine. When I first heard of Battlefield 5, when that game got revealed, I was assuming, you know, we'd cover Omaha. Never happened. Would be great to see that remastered with current gen stuff. We've talked about AI a few times in this video, but this is actually an idea that stood out to me quite a lot, which is a new All Out Warfare mode, which is the same as normal Conquest, but you add in AI with the specialists, making it feel like you're fighting alongside grunts and other specialists at the same time. Would be really, really cool to see. I think that's quite a unique idea, but I think it could kind of expand and make the battles feel even bigger than they are. It could be over 100 versus over 100 people. That would be nuts. Don't know how feasible that is, but yeah, that'd be really cool. Now from Jacket Hungry, we have 2 requests, which sound pretty great. First-person melee takedown animations are a big thing that a lot of people would like to see return to the game. A toggle for first-person or third-person would be ideal. But yeah, would be really cool to see those return. They're really immersive. And then a comment that we need a big Levolution event, and I agree with this. We need something big in maybe one of the new maps that's being developed or is going to come out that will bring in players, like they say, with a massive Levolution game-changing event that's a huge spectacle to look at, something like the orbital rocket. Second to last, we got Deadzig saying Platoons. This has been asked for a while, a great community builder. No plans for it currently, unfortunately, but yeah, it'd be really nice to have. And here we have Godless God saying a friend's server tab would be great for Portal when your friends are running modes, because nobody they know uses the follow host feature, and it'd be a lot quicker to find your friends' servers. Right, so that is everything from this list. Thank you for everyone's submissions. I know not all of them are here because some of them overlap. And I hope you did enjoy. We've covered quite a lot here. If you have any opinions on any of these that we've shown off, do let us know in the comments below. Anyway, thank you for watching. This has been Jammy Hero, and I'll see you in the next one.